Peace to the tribe. Welcome to the live. It is the Nishies of the Flame here with my nearest and dearest, one of the talented, most creative brothers I know. Please, brother, introduce yourself. Sound like a stunty
Peace to the
artist.
tribe, man. It's Jaguar Paul representing Central America here to do some magic. No, what's up, man? I'm just fucking around with this. It's the Hood Mystic representing hoodmystic.com. Here for an interesting share with the guys like we always do. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to all of our channels, follow us on social media. You can follow me on IG at the Hood Mystic.
Family, welcome. And thank you for always joining and tuning in. It's your boy AD. You can get at me on Instagram at AD_Senpai33. And go ahead, hit me up, man. Book a consultation. Go ahead, connect with the guys. Go ahead, check out cultivate.com. Check about the Columbia Exchange, White Rabbit. Check out the Hereford's Book Club. We're here with a lot of affiliations, so please show them love. For without them, we wouldn't be here today. And yeah, let's get ready for the show.
Sacred Serpent, your wily, crazy, squealy serpent is in the building. Here for another fun, delightful afternoon, delightful evening with you people. It's a different kind of energy. So I'm looking forward to a nice conversation with my brothers. Please, if you haven't already heard it, you're going to hear it again. ColombianExchange.com, WhiteRabbitPsych.com, the Initiate Substack, the White Rabbit Psych Substack. We have a new line starting up on cultivation.com.co. That's once again cultivate.com.co. Just in the early stages, but yeah, we're bringing you more and more spiritual knowledge, spiritual tools, and it's all about cultivating your spiritual development. That's what we are about. That's what the flame is about. That's exactly what we all push every single day, and we live this shit. So thanks for joining us again.
So, family. So, first and foremost, again, shout out to the Substack, and that is what's sponsoring the show, and that's what's brought it here today. So, let's go ahead and get into that and what we have for you, because understanding this key aspect is one thing that we always talk about. But first, something that Serpent has for everybody today that we always bring is the reading of the day. We did a card today, and that card was the Nine of Wands. Serpent, brother, go ahead, give me your download that you got from the Nine of Wands, brother.
Okay, so I think it's interesting just because, it's talking about renewal, it's talking about old energy pushing out, coming in, but also excuse me, I'm sorry, creating boundaries with others. You're gonna have people and energies that want to control you, and they're trying to take you down. They don't want you to be on your path as much as you are. Confronting the old self, limiting attitudes and expectations. The Nine of Wands symbolizes personal victory and is achieved each time you stand up for your dignity, worthiness, and self-respect. So the journey of the Nine of Wands is a testament of resilience and tenacity. Often it's not the significant battles that wear us down, but the constant skirmishes of small challenges that we face daily. This card serves as a powerful affirmation that even in the face of numerous obstacles, our strength and determination can help us persevere and prevail. Nine of Wands reminds us not only to protect our space, but also our energy. We often neglect the importance of setting boundaries, not just with others, but with ourselves. Our mental and emotional well being requires us to know when to say no and when to recognize we're spreading ourselves too thin and to understand our limits. The urges of these boundaries or not having these boundaries set and the willingness to enforce them for that there is a protective wall that needs to be created around us for our spiritual development and cultivating our spiritual development. The experiences and lessons of the past have equipped us with the wisdom and courage we need. Remember, by defending our boundaries, we are not just asserting our rights, we're also nurturing our spirit and affirming our worth. Let the Nine of Wands be your guiding beacon, illuminating the path of strength, self respect, and resilience.
Ashe. You know, and I agree with that because my thoughts on the Nine of Wands is like another title for it is like a wounded warrior. You know what I'm saying? Like really trying to like get through the battle, heal your scars, but still have the inner strength and the resilience to walk forward through your path. So I really felt that. Strong, powerful reading, bro. Any thoughts on the hood? Thoughts on the Nine of Wands, bro?
Yeah, I'm about to look at the writer to rate writer weight, and it just gives me the like you said, the wounded warrior vibes, but
Mm-hmm.
also like a transition between that 8 and the 10, where it don't really have nothing to do with that 8 or the 10. It's kind of like a standalone card in the deck. Like it's like isolated. It's like very spiritual, very deep of a card. And I feel like if you are like ever gifted with this card, or this card is like your birthday card, then that just means like you very unique. So that would tie into boundaries. Even when I said earlier, like it's a very spiritual card, majority of people don't understand spiritual shit for real. And I feel like the more mature you get in your spiritual development, the less you be trying to like talk about this motherfuckers, because it's just like they just gonna fuck up your magic, fuck up your mojo. And it's like very, you gotta stay very centered. And then if you want to bring in the 8 and the 10, where you have swiftness and oppression, where it's like you have this deep relationship with the cosmos, and you can actually metamorphosize all of this shit into a profession if you really want to be serious about it. Your gifts, like your spiritual nature, it should relate to some form of money. That's the basic big boy shit of it. Because I've been writing this book, and it's like I had this download about church. Like I was trying to explain ritual, and then I was like, damn, niggas act like they scared of doing rituals and shit, but have been to church, and that's a full blown ritual as soon as you walk in the goddamn door. From the moment you there, for the moment you leave, they doing a ritual. And guess what's gonna happen at the end of that? You gonna give some damn money. I was like, I was like, damn, all this shit is based on money, concerts, rituals. But I'm just bringing it back to the individual. How serious are you in your spiritual development? Will you make your rituals look like a church, or are you going to just do some half-ass shit? Because the church going to make its bread at the end of the day, and you wonder why. Beyonce going to make her money at the end of the day. You wonder why. I guarantee you, I can almost guarantee you, 100% of your success is going to be based on your rituals, which brings it back to your spiritual strength. And how, like, if you trying to make up with motherfuckers, be in the mix, that's a lack of boundaries just off the rip. So I very, very in alignment.
Yeah, and I agree with that because when we look at the emblem of the Nine of Wands, like just the imagery, if we was to zoom in, like if we think about the tree of life, we have the moon in your side. So like, and it's going up. So in this line of straight in the middle path is dealing with like, you know, balance of energy. So it's like you're gonna be balancing yourself out, but like bringing spirit into, like bringing your consciousness into your spirit, like letting the ego follow your spirit. Because honestly, like that's what's gonna save us, and most of the time, what's leading us is our ego. Hence, like the sun in the front of the card, and then the moon at the bottom. I mean, the moon. I said the moon. But honestly, when you think about that, that's into correlation. But
Hmm. Yeah, it's the only card that have the sun and the moon in it in the Thought Tarot deck. Cause it's like it's the deacon, like it's an interesting read up in that card if you want to get either keywords or Thought Tarot or even the Book of Thought. You really get into this card. It's a very interesting card, nonetheless.
yeah, and I feel like if you have a hard time understanding the book of thought, then you should get the Lon Milo's Duquette book, Understanding the Thought Tarot, and he kind of gives you a background and premise. Because one thing that he discusses in the book that you guys should understand is that fear ruins your magic. You know, so when we bring up Aleister Crowley or we bring up all these things of magic, we get spooked and we think, oh man, these people in spookify everything. It's like, no, they did that on purpose for you to stay away. They made you think the serpent was evil so you wouldn't study it. So we have to realize the reverse psychology that's been done to us. So get into these magical books and you'll help yourself ease your consciousness into that. So, and when we think about consciousness and when we think about all these ideals of symbolism, we got to think about certain people who brought these paths in and who studied it, and that is cadence to Carl Jung. So before we even start, this is on the Initiate Substack, so you can go check out this article written by Racine Maurice. You know, Racine. I'm sorry, I do this all the time. Bro, gonna throw them hands with me. So as we get into this, Carl Jung, we need to understand the pathways that he brought. He's a psychiatrist. See, as Hood talked about earlier, bringing your spiritual ideas and making this a real profession. Carl Jung saw that he saw these spiritual ideas and he went after them. And when we think about psychology, we don't understand how we're studying the soul. We don't really look into that. Like when we're not paying attention to our soul, we're doing and we studying magic and we doing all these things. We literally doing all things called dark magic. We're doing things away from the soul. So if we're not studying it and bringing ourselves guidance to the soul, we just wasting our time. We wasting energy. So Carl Jung's life, he went after that. Born on July 26th. What sign is that, y'all? I can't think on top of the head. July
Cancer.
26th. Cancer,
Cancer.
yeah, Cancer. So you can already tell. I mean, and then look, he's a son of a pastor. When you have people in your family that do these religious works, you might think, oh man, they involved in church, but now you gotta realize they soul has always been doing something spiritual. We tend to neglect that. So for Carl Jung to do these type of things, to go and talk about the psyche, to go study it and try to be a psychiatrist himself, a psychonaut himself, shows you a lot within his ancestry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like because when we get into psychology, we need to understand this, the problems and things that we ignore about mental health that we need to really dig into because our mental health and understanding this can bring a lot of salvation in our life that we choose to neglect. Am I right or wrong, bros, or am I just like just some young nigga talking on the screen?
He's a silly nigga. Nah, you right and exact, young blood. You right and exact. But unfortunately, for a lot of neophytes that are your age, Like they not into this shit at all. It's just, like the people around your age bracket would not even give two fucks about this because it's extremely complicated for someone to just stumble upon this kind of information. But that still doesn't make any excuse for the motherfuckers who are older and who have been around. Um, Understanding the psychology of the soul is something that's just important as you breathing, as far as I'm concerned. Um, that is the divine part of you. It's essentially the only part of you that's undefeated, and it has seen it all at the same time. So um understanding the oversoul, the undersoul, and the anima and the animus. Um um it took some time for me to come to the realization that my soul was feminine. And it took very little time for me to accept it. Like I was fine with accepting that because I'm one of those people that tell you that I was probably a woman in my past life. So um at some point. But with masculinity being on trial right now, would that be a safe assessment, fellas, to say like masculinity is on trial?
Uh, I guess. I mean, yeah, to a certain degree. To a
I
certain, you're gonna be challenged in your masculine frame. Period.
mhm.
Like if masculinity is part of the truth, people hate the truth. So
which
you know what
is
I'm saying, no.
essentially which is essentially why most people hate most men, right? Like that's what we get with this
I
world.
mean, a real man gonna be honest with you.
But a real
Yeah, I
man,
mean,
we can all agree that a real man isn't even liked, though, right? Like real men aren't liked.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like say for instance, you like realistic. When you say real, just say realistic, and then you'll be like, all right, your kids like daddy, I wanna like my kids. My kids don't always like me because I'm not for the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I'm done with that. Like raising my kids like, oh, it's all good, son. Like they take that shit and run with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not rewarding bad behavior. More or less, nobody likes that shit. No kid is like, oh yeah, daddy. Cause they know on the other end, it's love and nurturing. And not really an observance of the bad behavior because women ain't men in the
Mm-hmm.
sense that they don't really know how to prepare you for manhood. No, that's not a diss or shade. It's just a little fact, little tidbit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So what's going to happen majority of the time, your mom gonna love you into manhood. Therefore, that is the attack on masculinity. Because the for whatever reason, if the masculine leadership is not implemented in the boy is going to crash out and self destruct. But we see this every day with black men in our community. That's
Mm-hmm.
just something that we can't deny. We the
Mm-hmm.
lowest on the totem pole when it comes to life
Mm-hmm.
because of this.
No, seriously. And it's like, and to give yourself that value, you have to find it within. But sometimes, we have to get into these modalities to understand that, and that's by understanding the collective unconscious, right? And these archetypes that Carl Jung speaks into. Because I feel like sometimes we have to connect with a different mode in ourselves, and through these archetypes, it's been explained through symbols, myths, dreams, through all types of things. Even where Serpent mentioned earlier, the persona, the shadow, and like understanding that as a man, or just even as a divine, vessel, a divine being, when your self is when people try to devalue that your being and you don't have a sense of self, it destroys you. It creates all these places because when you don't have no self-centered, you don't have no inner God. Like a lot of people don't have God in their lives. A lot of people don't understand how God is expressed in the world. We don't. We have a hard time seeing God in ourselves, and sometimes the people around us make it worse for us to see that. So, with the initiates, we're here to initiate you on your spiritual journey, not for us to do the work for you and blow smoke up your ass. It's for us to be here and have a safe space to talk about spiritual things and grow, to break free of traumas and to deal with them and not trauma dump on people and our loved ones. Because it's like, if you don't understand your persona, if we don't understand how we act and how we are around people and the people we surround ourselves with, we'll be stuck in the same places blaming somebody. But I gotta understand, we the ones that allowed this shit to happen to us. What's a form of self disrespect, or what's a form of unlove that you gentlemen have like allowed in your life, and what took you to a point where you was like, I don't deserve this and I need to stop letting it happen?
You said disrespect.
Yeah, like when someone tried to value,
Oh,
disrespect,
oh,
doing
oh,
gaslighting.
oh. Hmm. Probably one of my relationships. Probably, probably, more than likely a woman that I put on the pedestal. Um, 9 times out of 10, I was rewarding bad behavior continuously to the point where my frequency came across extremely simpish. Probably was simping. Um, the sign to turn it around was being with my niggas and my niggas looking at me like um, I could do better. And yeah, it actually boiled down to that, like them being able to point to things as to why I was lowering myself just to be with this broad. Um, yeah, it's one of those lessons that you don't get unless when they hit you in the head, they split your shit to the white meat. Like that's the only way you're gonna get that lesson. Like if you just get grazed, like 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get that lesson, especially if the pussy is good, right? Um, or at least you made the decision that the pussy was good, because that's up for debate, right? So yeah, I would have to say a relationship with a woman that I put on a pedestal, and it ended up being my niggas in the end who showed me, who helped shine a light on my true value versus her value. I hope that makes sense.
Sheesh. Yeah, it makes sense.
Would
I
you say
think
that's
like
like
go ahead. What you were saying?
I was going to say, would you say that's like a form of shadow work that Serpent did, into correlation with what you was going to say?
Um, in reference to having somebody tell you that you can do better, that could be 50-50. Because anytime anybody told me some real shit when I was in my delusion, I'd be like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. Like, it's the best I could do. You know what I'm saying? Just a level of maturity, I guess age got a lot to do with it. Nobody ever really talk about that. If y'all niggas factored in age, I think a lot of things will happen in the right way. Um, because like we do things out of order. And when you do things out of order, you crash out. And so when you reference anything institution wise, anything business wise, there's an order to it. So I relate that to anything that's like me broken or me disrespecting or self-respecting myself is like not actually putting in the work. Like the times that I actually did believe in myself, shit, I made shit happen. And that shit be crazy because a large part of my life, shit, if I'm turning 40 this year, I only been really active at this shit for like 5 years. So 35 of these years I was a crash out. If you just want to be honest, I was just working. Like, you know what I'm saying? Working at fucking hard ass jobs. You know what I'm saying? Not I liked it the hard jobs. I thought like that was my peak. Give me a general labor job type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for the general labor because if you
When
give me some
you start weighing your worth versus how many cases you picked today.
listen, yeah, like I did a lot of work today. I moved 10,000 pounds. You don't get no raise or nothing, just mad back pains and shit. Nigga, I was a slave. I was a
One of you gentlemen
motherfucking
want to answer that question right there?
never identify with any concept given and have not been murdered or kicked out of society yet. So why is that identity necessary unless for control of a narrative? I think biology gives us certain identities. I mean, shit, I didn't never. It ain't nothing. I don't know. This type of topic with people is some new shit that motherfuckers been on the internet for too long. You feel me? And like, I don't respect an independent mindset. So when I'm 35, I could identify and do whatever the fuck I wanted to do, and nothing happened that I wanted to happen, and I would be like, man, fuck the government. Nobody killed me either. You know what I'm saying? But I was still a motherfucking crash out because I was doing whatever I wanted to do. The epiphany, the breakthrough for any human being is not to be independent, to be dependent on something, to answer to somebody, to be accountable on all 10 toes, to share your location, to be open and honest, to not be on fucking secret apps and do all of this weird shit. Just stand on all 10 toes and be the motherfucker you say you want to be, and be a certain type of moral, dignified type of person. And if you want to be a low life, let motherfuckers know. Cause motherfuckers can still find me on goddamn Craigslist. I make no qualms about that shit. But but the reality is, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Not to say you got to be perfect, but you got to be the person you want to be, and all that wanting to identify however you want to identify. Man, cool. I'm not about to argue with no motherfucker that think like that though. It's just goofy to me though. It's like
Yes.
telling me you want to be a cat. All right, meow, motherfucker. Meow, meow. Like, what are we doing here? Like, oh no,
Mhm.
I'm a lion. No, I'm a leopard. Nigga,
And
okay.
the and the
Congratulations.
and the disingenuousness of that statement speaks volumes because it's like you don't identify with anything given, so you're not called by your name. So so you don't. So how do people call you? Or how do you respond? I mean, listen, we live in a society where it's okay for you to disengage and disavow yourself from any particular energy that you want to just because you don't feel like dealing with it. However, just because you disengage and disavow yourself from these places does not mean that you do not still get judged for these things in these places. Like this concept of the people being separated by what they do have and what they don't have is a fucking joke. It's weird because if the bomb drops, guess what? It's not going to go around the person with $1 million, right? It's not going to go around the person with a 5-star rating. Like, it's not going to go around these people because they have things in their bank account, right? If shit drops, shit happens. It's going to happen to all of us, right? I don't see none of you motherfuckers in special built bunkers. I don't see none of you motherfuckers planning for the future. Like, this fucking shit that I want to, you know what? I want to identify as whatever the fuck I want to, just because the wind is blowing that way is total fucking delusion. And the fact that you people still think it's okay to talk like that in your little echo chambers and fucking keyboard rooms, like, you'll never get it. You need your shit split to the white meat in order for you to get it.
How you gonna work together with a motherfucker that just do whatever they want to do? Like, at the crux of it, because the crux of it is you might get a couple of steps with a motherfucker, but I'm telling you, down the line, there's gonna be real situations that occur, and you'll be like, and motherfucker will be like, see, I don't even identify with that shit. You'll be like, what? Like, we gotta link, we gotta really do this thing, we gotta buy this thing, we gotta have this money for this thing. Motherfuckers don't even really fuck with your ass for real, and it don't matter about nothing. It is nothing you could do with a person that can solidify a mindset that say, all right, we're gonna be locked in together. That's an illusion that motherfuckers seen on goddamn TV and movies and in other relationships. But 2024, it's a goddamn parasite of the mind that's being spread amongst people. That in the parasite, it give you a simple directive: do whatever the fuck you want to do. And motherfuckers will sit and they do whatever they want to do and still be like, man, I want to connect with somebody. I want to find like minds. I want to get married. You can't exist. Like, you can't exist because those things require cooperation. Those things require a reduction of ego. And it is only one mind. It ain't multiple minds. It ain't no such thing as an individual. That's an illusion.
Motherfuckers still
That's an
talking
illusion.
about competition, and nobody wants to talk about cooperation. So
Yeah, niggas. Yeah, that's a black person's niggas live and die competing with each other. So
Yeah, because you got to realize if you want to compete against somebody, you need to compete against yourself. You need to realize the things that you're doing wrong and the things you're doing right. You need to compare yourself. If you woke up late yesterday, you know what you need to do. Wake up on time. All right. If you woke up on time the day before that, wake up earlier. Get some extra time to meditate, time to work out. I mean, it's always days where you can compete against yourself and have this competition and always have this fight. But I feel like sometimes we just sit up and we think about so many other people. Like, I feel like if you sitting up, you got somebody to talk about all the time. It's like you just ignoring the things you got to do about yourself. You sitting up thinking about Randy and Sandy, and somehow you want to fuck Mandy, but neither of them, like, come on. So I just feel like if we think about the self more and realize the conscious and unconscious mind of ourselves, we could bring so much into our life. Like, I was reading a book, Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza, and it's like when you sit up and you show up every day, you might not like how you feel. You might feel like trash. You might not feel good. You might not feel great. But if you keep showing up, changes will happen. And sometimes the mood will change, but it's really that perspective you need to change. Perspective is key. When you change perspective, that's when you create magic. A man who has not has passed through the inferno of his passion has never overcome them. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of merged being. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to understanding ourselves. Carl G. Jung. So it's just like we got to think about this thought, because I feel like we just we sit up, we complain, and it's like, or we feel some type of way, and it's like we creating a negative habit, the negative and negative energy for our bodies to crave it again, and then we wonder why we like stuck here talking about this shit again.
Yeah, y'all niggas demons just got appetites. So the persona is 7 years old, based on our big bro, Mr. Jung, right? So the persona is 7 years old. They say the average woman's mentality is 15 years old. Do y'all believe that?
What you mean the persona is 7 years old?
Well, the from 0 to 7, that's where your persona is formed. That's where the personality is birthed at. From 0 to 7. They said it takes 7 years. That's why the Vatican and the Jesuits used to say, give me a child from 0 to 7 and I'll give you a man.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that women and men is a lot different for real. And the way that we raised in this society, whatever a woman is, a man is. So if we gonna have a conversation outside of that, trigger alert, trigger alert, trigger alert, trigger alert. Because whatever we say, motherfuckers is about to just be like, no, you know what I'm saying? Because if we go to public school, was you different from Sandra? Did y'all get a different book in the class? When y'all got to 7th grade, did y'all motherfucking get into a different social studies? Y'all was in the same class, getting the same grades, doing the same spelling bee. So mentally, emotionally, and psychologically, according to the West, we are exactly the same. We have no differences between the man and the woman. So whenever you say, yeah, I told this girl she a stupid ass bitch, she wanted to kill me. Oh, like, you know, like I was just joking. I was just kidding. You ain't think it that way.
You know couldn't take you serious, did you?
Yeah, you know. It's a way to life that, yeah, that is true. Women get to a certain level emotionally and they stop developing. And goofy as shit, be 40, the same as they was when they was 15. Down for the D. But if we have this conversation, motherfuckers gonna look at us like we crazy. Because psychology, emotional intelligence, anima, and animus is not a strong foundational basis for the melanated man and woman to have a real educated conversation on it. Not without motherfuckers getting triggered. Calling me an ain't shit bitch.
Yeah.
Speaking of trigger family.
Motherfucker be like, oh, so you reading Swiss authors now?
Yeah, you from Switzerland now? What about you?
What, you got a Swiss Army knife in your pocket, ass nigga?
Yeah, people hate the truth, so they gonna find every bad thing you ever did. They gonna do research on your ass.
So
they ain't got no volume. They ain't got no volume.
Hold on, I got you. So when we think about trigger, I need you to understand what happens when you have these conversations and when you bring these type of things up. You know what I'm saying? So
in your current relationship, is it open on your end? Like your man allows you to sleep with other women?
Yeah.
What about other men?
And yeah, we have open relationships, so he can deal with whoever he wants to deal with.
Bisexual or he's straight?
No, he's not bisexual. Maybe I like a real man.
Okay. You saying you like a real man? I would say that a real man wouldn't allow his woman, not even allow, wouldn't get into a serious relationship with a woman that is open on her end and other men are smashing her. That girl's gonna be for the streets.
We in 2024, baby.
Just the fact that you said still speaking while I'm speaking.
I am.
Got it. Slow it down.
No, because you want to disrespect women.
Who did I disrespect today?
Y'all got my veneers?
Nay, here's how it's gonna go. We actually gonna end this. You up out of here. It's time for you to go.
I ain't going
not past to the rules. I'm good, mama. I'm good, mama. Don't touch me, mama. I'm good, mama. Don't touch me.
Nay,
come on, man. Step out. Respect.
She
was mad that she had a weak dude, and her dude doesn't understand his value, and her dude allows her to get railed by other men. It is what it is. It's all good. Let me get another shirt.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, you gotta be careful about what you say and the topics you bring up, and on both ends, because one conversation can trigger somebody that you didn't even do to, even when you're not trying to attack them. So.
Yeah, and most people project, and projection is going to happen the closer you get to a person. So in this society, right, if you have sex with one person and that relationship don't work out, you traumatized. Think about the first time you got your heart broke. Wasn't that crazy? Wasn't that a crazy experience? You felt like your fucking world was closing in. Well, that happens every time you break up with somebody. So what tends to happen is that you get more tied in and tapped in with a person, and it's going good, but you haven't healed from the past. We don't have the psychological conversations in the melanated community. So what's going to happen is you're going to project your emotions on your partner. Black people don't know how to do nothing else in their relationships besides project their own iniquities on those that are closest to us. We don't have any relationship skills. Black people relationships is like jumping off a bridge with a rope and tying yourself to a girl and hoping that y'all make it to the bottom of the ground stuck together in perfect health. They call it falling in love for a reason. And it's falling off a goddamn Eiffel Tower, Sears Tower, fucking World Trade Center. That's what you falling in love into, the fucking concrete, right? Because nigga, you don't got no skills. Because I'm telling you, what you gonna do when a person projects they negative emotions onto you and make you feel like you did something wrong? So bad that you feel like you did something wrong. Remember that girl told you was an ain't shit nigga, raw? Remember she told you wasn't shit?
Yep.
Was that about her or was that about you?
That was all about her. But I felt it like it was about me.
It felt like it was you.
It felt like it was me, though.
You internalized it.
It felt like she was telling the truth. You know what I'm saying?
It felt factual.
Yes.
When she said you was a bad person, you don't deserve good things to happen. You the worst guy she ever met in your life. You need help and all of this shit. It's like
I felt like she had evidence. I think she had evidence.
Yeah, she had proof and facts and details on it. She had reports from the CIA and the FBI. You like, damn, this bitch is cold. I ain't shit.
Cold.
She could tell the last time I filed my taxes. Like,
know your how much debt you got. Like, you just like, damn. And you never thought, well, bitch, what about you? You ain't never even think that because she came with the onslaught. And she was perfect in your eyes.
Yeah. She went from you ain't shit to I know you ain't wash your ass tonight. To she went all the way around the board. And you just like, by the time you get ready to respond, you're like, I think this bitch is right.
It's like 50 Cent. What did you say fuck me for?
You ever let somebody talk you into feeling like you ain't shit? That probably was your girl. That probably was your girl.
So check out this download we heard right here at For You Family. Tune it in.
When somebody really do,
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah.
get to know you, you run. When somebody really do, get to know you, you run. How many good women have you left because she got to know you? Mm-hmm. You'll walk away from a good woman just because you know you. You'll stay with a whore because she'll never know who you are. It's more comfortable for men for us not to be known. That's why it's hard for us to stay down with good women.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Heavy projection.
What is he talking about?
Projection.
What is he talking about? Run that back, man. I didn't hear
just
what the
listen to him. He's speaking some truth, but that gotta be his truth, bro.
Like what?
When somebody
Just
really
let him play. Let
get
him
to
play.
know you, you run. When somebody really do get to know you, you run. How many good women have you left because she got to know you? Mm-hmm.
Let's pause
You
this
walk
real
away
quick,
from a good woman.
real quick. Why would a nigga leave a good situation?
I kind of feel like that's a rhetorical question. So I'm just gonna go with he wouldn't. He wouldn't.
This is my argument. This is my argument whenever a girl say that a man left. I'ma just like, why would he leave a good woman that really fucks with him and cares for him and love with him? He's like, no, and he's just running out the house. Who? Why?
Who does that?
Who does that? Like, what
Just
type of
because she
narrative?
that she know.
What type of narrative is that?
Nigga said, nah, yo, you too good for me, yo. I can't say it.
I gotta bounce. Treating me too good.
Like I said, nah, I need to know that you had 3 or 4 more dicks in you this week. I can't.
Hey, if you ain't going to be a little bit more sluttier, I'm about to get up out of here. If you don't start yelling at me, treating me like shit. See, I like my girls to be bitches. You being way too generous. Bitch. Stop giving me money or I'm about to leave, bitch. I'm about to get up out of here, bitch. If you give me one more $100 bill, bitch, you never hear from me again, bitch.
Yo.
Stop giving me money. Stop loving me so much. Stop
randomly giving me head.
Oh, you want to suck my dick now? See, now I gotta go. I'm out. Oh, you trying to give me lamb chops? See, no, I'm out. Oh, why you keep cleaning the house? You got it all smelling good. I can't stay here. I can't do this. All this peace.
Why you cook so good? Like, why you always so smell good, bitch? Like,
why you so soft, man? Let me get up out of here. I gotta run away from this. This is not.
Bitch, I ain't never heard you fart yet. Can you fart or something, please? Cause this shit is ridiculous.
It's impossible to come up with a scenario, but that shit right there just a trigger for me. Like, how the hell? Why I'm gonna leave a good woman? What's the reason?
Let them keep cooking. Go ahead, AD.
It's because you know you'll stay with a whore because she'll never know who you are. It's more comfortable. When somebody really do get to know you, you run. How many good women have you left because she got to know you? Mm-hmm. You walk away from a good woman just because you know you. You'll stay with a whore because she'll never know who you are. It's more comfortable for men for us not to be known. That's why it's hard for us to stay down with good women, because good women will look straight through you and say, "You sad, ain't you?" "No, baby, what you talking about? I'm good." A whore ain't never going to ask you how you feel because she don't care. And many of us like that because we don't care about ourselves, and it feels good to be around people who don't care either. Because when people care about you, it challenges you to get better. When they don't get to be whoever the hell you want to be. We are in trouble in this world. Men are in trouble in this world. You know why? Because nobody listens. They don't listen to our wisdom. And if they don't listen to our wisdom, they surely don't listen to our pain. Pain is real in men. Pain is real in men.
Nigga say you want the whore because the whore doesn't know you.
Like, yo, you want a girl that's being clapped? You want your girl being clapped? You want your girl like, yo, I just came
you want
home.
the whore to ask you about your feelings, nigga? Like what?
And you like, nah, that's cool. I can hide my true self around you, so I don't care who you fucking. It don't matter to me. I like hiding from you. What? Niggas is this shit is.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care that you had 100 dicks yesterday, just as long
As long
as
as I can
you
throw my
don't ask
mask.
me how I feel. Like what?
Yeah. As long as you don't care how I'm feeling, you all right with me.
Yo.
As long as you don't do no good shit, I'm gonna be locked in with you. I'm mad that that nigga was sitting there acting like he was spitting that good shit. And I'm just like,
that nigga wrote a whole book and everything about that shit. Like you wrote a whole book about that. Like you got a whole book full of projections, my nigga. Like
he said when niggas get this shit right here, nigga. This shit right here.
That's crazy.
That's horrible.
He said a woman that doesn't, when a woman knows you, you're gonna leave.
No, I'm not. Like that actually makes life easier.
Yeah, like I said, you know, it's easy to talk and it's harder to be transparent. And people don't try to get to the level of like transparency before they start talking. So, like it's real simple to know like 99% of people project because people don't even realize that they projecting. They think that they on some shit. He think he got niggas figured out in his brain for real, but only nigga he got figured out in his brain is himself.
Yep.
And his whole perspective is warped in, nah, nigga, you don't like a good girl. Nah, nigga, you more comfortable with a hoe. Like, this is your story. Everything you say, they don't like to listen. No, nigga, you don't like to listen. It's obvious that you don't listen to nothing in reference to the truth. You love your hoes and you hate good women.
Because there's no way that you would speak so absolutely about a topic and then put every nigga in America inside your topic, right? Like, we all just think like you, nigga. Like, nah, nigga. Nah. And that's why I cook that shit, because I'm just like, this is Captain Save-A-Hole for real. Like, and that's not even on a good level, because you clearly over the hill, nigga, and you trying to get back. You trying to at least still stay on the hill, but it's over, nigga. Like you just told your life story and you don't even know it. Like anybody who's half-ass psychologist will see right through that shit and be like, yeah, this nigga talking about himself. Like you talking about yourself, bro.
Everybody do that shit though. Everybody do that shit. Everybody is a great person that never did no wrong or they super bad. It's never like a real middle realistic viewpoint of who you are. So when you can't really deal with your negative shit, niggas is utilizing this whole 2024 to hate Trump. And they really hating the aspects of themselves, man. And this shit is crazy.
That's what it all turns out to. When you make the argument against Trump, yeah, like when you make the argument against Trump or anything like that, like you're making the argument against yourself. Like that shit is crazy. It's crazy.
Niggas have never dapped up a politician like, yeah, I appreciate what you just did for me, big dog.
Never.
And to them, it's like, why would he? Like, because he's like, most people already hate the government or don't trust the government, and then most people are already on the side that's causing them to hate the other side. So it's just like it's causing this whole shake up the ants in the jar and everybody fighting each other. Boy, it's like, I'm not.
It's some brilliant ass shit, man. That's some brilliant ass social engineering ass shit. Nigga, we'll sit and argue with each other over some dumbass shit that don't even matter. When
Man,
we can all work together as a population, get off the bullshit. But once again, it go back to what old boy said in the comments. He don't need a fucking identity. Niggas is just bots at this point, you know, like just we
Niggas is
can't even
happy.
really
Niggas is
how
happy
we going to
being.
link with the gang members?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What
I
we
don't
going to
think
do
I've ever.
about, you know what I'm saying, the bugs in society?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen that shit like on a major scale. Like, is there an intervention schedule for these hood gangsters at some point? Like, is there?
Like you gonna stop?
Yeah, like, is there intervention coming at all? Like anywhere? Like,
Yeah, this shit from all angles is pretty weird. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is acting like they playing GTA in real life.
mm.
yeah, I've
So
never seen so many people act like tomorrow was promised.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's crazy.
so family. Now, as we always love to have some laughs and the quotes and reactions. Of course, this is a spiritual panel, so we're always going to be talking about spiritual ideals and helping us connect to the most truest and most inner thing to us, and that is source. So this diagram right here, and if you can't see, I can tap in a little more. But this is really getting into and expressing and understanding the ideal of our soul. This is the layout and the image of our soul. But we have to understand the breakdown of our soul, and what our soul is four parts to our soul, right? And understanding these four parts is going to have you understand the four elements, the four ideals and stages of consciousness within the brain. Because when you tap into this, you understand how to tap into yourself and to tap into your magic at any moment, not because you know understand a whole bunch of jargon, but you know how to connect with a different state of mind of consciousness for yourself. So the first world that I say we should like really focus on and talk about first is the Saya, the material world. You know what I'm saying? The animal part of the soul, right? Because when we think about the word human, it represents the animal man. And I feel like dealing with the animal part of the soul is going to help us reach the other stages of consciousness, help us understand the other parts of our soul, because starting with the material and then ascending can have us get a small understanding of the microcosm and how we connect to the microcosm. But I feel like sometimes we stuck in low vibrations, we stuck into our animal soul and we act like animals. And that's how the system attacks us and it gets us to this program. It feeds us to our lower chakra right there.
Yeah, when you read Hebrew, you read it from right to left. So if you look at the numbers, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and so Earth would be the last. So it'd be Yod, Hey, Va, Hey, or Jehovah. But when referencing though the Hey or the physical world, that is what we kind of surround ourselves with and immerse ourselves with. And so when we try to discuss spiritual things, it's almost impossible because it's so like niggas be having Corvettes, painting them blue. Every year it's a different Corvette that come out. It's different songs you can play in your sound system. It's different hoes that be like, "Oh, you got a Corvette? Can I ride?" So it's like kind of hard to talk about any other type of shit.
No,
I mean,
for real. Go ahead, Serpent.
no, I was just gonna say, just don't be out here draking.
Yeah, nah, you niggas be out here draking.
I just got
You,
taught that the other day. I don't
nah,
know.
for real, nah, for real, you niggas be sitting up drinking. You niggas were literally like, I don't get it. Like, you would talk all this hot mess. Like, you would literally be living Marvin's room. You be sitting up, cup full of rose, bitches in my old phone. I should call, but I don't. Come on, man. Like, y'all gotta lock in. What happened to the mission and the purpose? But I just feel like niggas is so busy chasing hoes and like sending out flowers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Knowing they just want some boo boo. So I
Boats
digress.
and holes, nigga. It's all about boats and holes, nigga.
Man, niggas don't care about the guns and the niggas care about the guns and butters so much, man. They
What's the biggest irony at the end of it all? She gonna be like, "Nigga, your ass ain't shit anyways, bitch ass nigga. You did all of that fucking rebel rousing off her to call you a ain't shit ass nigga." So I would, if I'm 39 years old, about to be 40 in a couple of days, and is any age before that, listen. The thing about a girl that love you, she don't give a fuck about nothing you got going on. She love you for you. So any girl that be like, you got to make a certain amount of money, you too short, you too this, you too that. Them is just signs that she ain't for you. She want to argue with you. She want to play you. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to treat you right. She just not for you. But I can't stand a nigga that is heartbreak over a girl or want a girl more than he want his purpose. That shit is an automatic I can't fuck with you card. Cause it's too serious. The mission is too serious. God is too real for you to be chasing a hoe that probably don't even care about God. You would never even be talking about the inter we nerded out over here talking about the Kabbalah. Go talk about it with that big booty bitch you've been texting.
Yeah, that shit gonna sound like crickets. Like she don't give two shits about your spiritual development, nigga.
Asaya. Okay. Yeah, I used to know a nigga named Asaya, and what?
His dick was bigger than yours.
yo,
He had a 15 incher.
oh shit.
But
He made
his cousin Jermaine from up the block, his cousin Jermaine was about that life though. His cousin Jermaine was about that life.
Man, be having oh my god. Y'all having motherfuckers sense to their songs right now reminiscing. Trigger warning, y'all. Trigger warning. I understand,
Asaya
man.
had a 15 incher. He was an angel from God
Straight dug her guts
or,
out, bro.
or a demon, however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
No, but this goes back into your 9 of Wands card too. If you look at the Tree of Life.
Yeah, because we got the energy of your side, out Susan the side. I mean, your side, sorry. And that's where the nines all resemble, and that's where the moons is. So it's like a double moon on moon with a fiery energy. So that's what it gave us Sagittarius. And that deacon of Sagittarius is ruled by the moon.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to all the nerds around the world. Thanks for Hood reminding me. Like we are just nerds at the end of the day. Like, okay, so shout out to all the nerds out there who don't get no love. You know what I'm saying? All the nice guys who finished last. Shout out to them niggas.
Hey man, they say nice guy finished last, but at least he finished.
Yeah. And I would say for any man that really takes this shit seriously, it's easy to attract a quality, divine feminine woman. It's very simple. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy. But you got to really get into the intuition, and then you got to get into your breathing and your meditation, and you got to really take it seriously, because I will understand like why you would want a girl, but the type of girl that you want out of your ego is just it's just a I used to do these memes on Facebook back in the day, like mad crash dummy memes. And that's just how I just used to see this shit. Like it's just a futile attempt at a love or a relationship, you know? Unless you got a nigga that got like properties or some shit, and you got, something on the line. But the shit that we be doing just kind of not really manifesting nothing, and just like doing the emotional thing. If you look at these four worlds of the Kabbalah, none of them is emotions. You know what I'm saying? They all represent certain matter of fact concepts that I would say, if you highly emotional and you a man and you trying to like get into your spiritual development and you trying to figure out a girl loving you or not, you got, man, that shit is so fucking hard, bro. That shit is so hard, man.
That shit is all crash out shit that you describing right there.
Nah, for real. Like, because see, now let's talk about Altus, right? The fire, right? And this is the part of the soul that represents the will, the spirit, the life force. Like, this is literally like, a spirit of spirit type of energy. So what I'm trying to say is that the life force is one of the most powerful things that we have. It gives us drive. It's literally action within itself. But when we waste that action, and when we're with a woman and we waste that life force, imagine how much spiritual essence, divine gift that you have wasted. We don't we don't see our semen, our sperm as $1 million to increase our life. But when you pick up the world of Kabbalah, when you start to understand the essence of your soul piece by piece, world by world, you will start to respect that essence and use it correctly. Because I promise you, wasting these seeds on these hoes cause you to gain a belly, cause you to be drinking all the time, cause you just lost in your mind. And then once you get your mind right, you're gonna be so sad that you 10K down, boy. Imagine being 30K down over a shorty. Like, lock in, man.
No, imagine losing your life.
Yeah. Yeah. 30K, that's a layup, nigga. Imagine losing your life, nigga.
It's a layup. Okay.
Yeah, 30K is a layup. So, like, yeah, imagine losing your life though, bro.
Niggas lose millions, hundred thousands, alimony. Like, you be dealing with your girl, you spend a lot of money in the midst of a relationship. Trust and believe. But it's all to the good, because we are infinite beings. This is one of the things that, like, I don't want no man to be like, yeah, she cleaned me out. She did all of this, she did all of that. Like, you gotta understand, at a spiritual level, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say grasp your spiritual shit first, and really develop the order and the discipline that a motherfucker can see what you manifesting, and you can see what you manifesting, and can't nobody shake that foundation. Like, cause man, fuck a dollar amount. It's life or death. Fucking with these hoes, man, it's life or death, bro. I promise you. Like I'm talking about random chicks off the dating app at the gas station. Like, you better be doing something. Like, you better be able to see a quality woman, because they not just out and about no more, bro. That shit is over.
Yeah, you gotta think about now, at least down here, right? Fucking Malkoof. You're gonna have to account for all of those people that took that special juice for the Chris Brown, right? I'm just scared now, right? Like I'm scared to lay down with any of these people, right? Like I don't know if my eyelid gonna start drooping. I don't know if my nose gonna start twitching. I don't know if I'm gonna grow a 7 finger. Like all I'm saying is shit weird out here in these streets, bro. Protect yourself.
Dog, the last time I was kicking it with a chick for real, it was 2000. Like when I was on some dating shit, some weird shit. 2014. Bitch got my car, my whole electrical system went down. I said, see, I'm done doing this shit, man.
I
Like,
Who the fuck did you pick up, Lilith?
man,
know.
nigga, worse, nigga, worse. These bitches was
Bro.
treacherous, and you knew how I knew it was treacherous, but I didn't peep the signs. I was trying to. It was a late night ride. We was riding. I had a little lack. I was playing smooth R&B tunes. She was looking all uncomfortable. She was like, I mean,
You looking all uncomfortable.
You throw some gangster shit. I don't even really like R&B music. I said, what, bitch? Oh, see.
So you put it on despite her.
Nah, I threw on some goddamn Young Jeezy, man. I was just like, fuck it, man. Do what you got to do to
And
get
I
the
love
cheese.
it. Yeah. And I love it. All right. Oh, man.
But these new girls, they don't like R&B slow music no more. So you got to.
Nah. They don't want a nigga. They don't want a nigga that's going to caress their hair, nigga. Like, no.
So
They
actually,
wanna,
I got to download because since we talking about that, I want to bring this into fruition because when we get into that type of idea of how women don't like that type of music no more, what type of music they like? Like we got to see what's the modern representation for music nowadays. And
Oh man.
like,
Oh man.
I don't know.
That
Man.
sexy red be hitting, nigga. That was a joke.
See, that's the thing. Do women actually listening to these girls? Would be my question. Because these
I
bitches
think
don't be
more
selling
dudes. Yeah, I think more dudes listen to them than women.
because they sexy. They be showing ass. They don't be
Mhm.
really. What's they songs for?
It's like a porn star with a beat.
Yeah, like the Pornhub wasn't hitting like it was supposed to, so they just got on Insta and freestyle.
Yeah,
And niggas like,
the nigga needed 2 screens. The nigga needed 2 screens, so he wanted to play SoundCloud.
oh man, it's so wicked work. So it's not no music particular, it's what they talking about. So just check this out.
Bring the versatility to me, but they forgot because they be saying we all sound the same. No, them later on they gonna look back and like, bro, we grew up, we had sex red long.
In 20 years from now, they're gonna talk about the 20s, and it was like a decade of the girls.
Promise you, later y'all gonna look back like, damn, this was like a golden era for female dance hip hop. Got to chop it up about.
see, no.
Nah, bro.
No, I'm still going with Queen Latifah in the MC Light era as the golden age of female hip hop. Yo, Queen Pen, Lady of Rage, yeah, early 90s into like 96. Foxy Brown, Lil Kim, they bookended. You know what I'm saying? Like they bookend that golden era. After Lil Kim, ain't no such thing as a female rapper that's even. I don't even like Rhapsody. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just I don't know, man. Like I want some R&B or something, or we need a different topic for the whole.
some Coltrane. Or some Coltrane.
I mean, just as far as like rapping though, like we need a different topic besides pussy and prostitution
Yeah,
and money.
we need Most Def and Talib back.
Or some different girls that's probably raw that we don't know that's not getting pushed by the mainstream.
Yeah, if it's not a chick that's wearing baggy clothing, then I don't want to fuck with it. Then
Nah, these hoes is selling ass. So
That's all they doing, bro.
I'm like, that's the new age surfing. Like, they
That's
know
it,
ass
bro.
napping, bro.
Ain't no way to get around it no more. That's what it is.
Your producer and your the video recorder gonna be like, yes, we gotta see like at least a little bit half a nipple.
yeah, you might say a few words. All right, turn around and twerk. Say a few words, turn around and twerk. Say a few words, turn around and twerk. That's how this shit gonna work. You know what I'm
Do
saying?
that
Like,
split work you usually be doing.
Do that split part that you be doing.
yeah, I don't, and it's that, and then it's TikTok too. So it's like the TikTok, which is really bots. So you got like people thinking like everybody fucking with you, but we can't really guarantee somebody fucking with you when Spotify nuking the plays, YouTube bots. We could go right now, the collective right now. It probably wouldn't even cost a lot of money, maybe $1,000. We can get 1 million view video, get plays on Spotify. Does that mean it's the year of the fucking initiates? Because we bought all of our fucking plays. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's the game that these motherfuckers playing. Because when you look at they fucking record sales, it'd be like just pitiful. I mean, nobody really even listening to shit no more. Like people listening to old music. People listening to what they want to listen to. So, like talking about your pussy all day, these hoes need another strategy for making music. Something that's different. They need to like really like stop, you know what I'm saying, and be like, all right, let's start rapping about. I mean, but it goes back to what we said earlier. That independent mindset. I feel like it's the biggest spell because it's like, what else is a bitch going to talk about now besides sex and money? But it's like Aretha Franklin, all of the great R&B singers, they put out all types of content and never once mentioned they pussy or they booty hole being brown. Like just Diana
Hold on,
Ross.
hold on. Now I gotta run another download. Didn't I see something about?
Oh yeah, Sexy Red put out them fucking lip glosses. That shit crazy.
I'm out.
You said what?
So check this out, family.
Huh?
So this
Talking
sexy,
about coochie juice.
this sexy red new
Oh my god, man. That shit is so
Look at
awful,
the
man.
look at the name. Look at the names of this shit. Coochie juice, booty hole
Yo.
brown, nut. Pussy nut is crazy. Pussy
no,
hole
no,
shit.
no, no. It's yellow
Yellow
discharge. What?
Oh. That's just like
gonorrhea.
what?
Sex on my period. Oh fuck. Oh my god. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, family. This where we at.
I
Damn,
mean,
man.
does that count as innovation?
I mean, it's like talking about shooting, right? It sound good when you talking about it, but then when you see somebody get shot, that's the most craziest shit you ever seen in your life. Like it's the most craziest shit ever. So much to make you think like, why would niggas even rap about this shit when you see it in real life? So gonorrhea is the same thing. Like, yeah, if it's a lipstick, it's cool. But what if a little girl actually get gonorrhea? she gonna be changed for the rest of her life. That shit, like that shit is disgusting. STDs
Repulsive.
are disgusting, bro. Like STDs, bro. Like, oh my god, you gotta be a nasty motherfucker, man.
And
To
another
take these-
code for STD is spiritual transmitted disease. So it's just like we out here
Oh,
really fucking,
niggas get those every day. Niggas get those every day.
out here fucking with these demons, bro.
Yeah, that shit is prevalent. You see it every liquor store in your community. STD, spiritually transmitted disease. Yeah, but this where we at, bro. In
I
this
think I
country.
think I think I think I think every time you get a physical STD, that's a spiritually transmitted demon. So um I think those are the signs that you did it wrong.
Yeah, it's God. That's God.
Those are the signs that you did it wrong, nigga.
If you had sex with your wife every day and your wife only has sex with you every day, you would never get a fucking disease. A
You never
sexually
get nothing. You never get nothing that you can't heal yourself from without even needing to go to the fucking doctor. Like you never get
you
nothing.
might get some little hair burns.
Yeah, like you'll never get nothing, bro. That shit is crazy, bro. How you could be in a relationship for mad years, not get
And
nothing. The first time you fuck a side bitch, you got a bump on your lip. You got a bump now, nigga. Like,
nah, every time I fucked a random strange bitch, my dick got weird. Like it felt weird. Like,
yeah.
that's just the truth. Condom or no condom, it always felt like, dog, you shouldn't be doing that shit.
Yeah. I think every time I fucked a random chick, my mind got fucked up.
Something
Every
happened.
time, like my mind just got warped. Cause you know how niggas are stupid, right? They get a bad bitch and then get another bad bitch. They think they the shit, right? So you let me get 3 or 4 of those in a row, nigga. Like you ain't gonna be able to tell me shit, nigga. Like my mind was fucked up.
For what
Yeah,
though?
nah,
Like
man.
what is the value of a girl in a man's life that don't have purpose? Like
I
why do
had
we
that
value
conversation. I had that conversation with the nurse today, and I said to her, I said, I said, so a guy is supposed to do everything, and a woman is only just supposed to look good, and then like the conversation kind of ended because she didn't really have a comeback. So I'm taking that as confirmation. Um, yep, there is no benefit. There is no benefit. It actually benefits a man less than it does a woman to be married and in a long-term relationship right now. It benefits a man less.
I say do the spiritual shit and attract at a deep level. Cause the way that these people be playing games, man, damn, it's just I would be like sad if I was single, like trying to find somebody.
Whoever
Man,
left in the chat, whoever left in the chat is triggered like fuck right now.
hair burns is that's when you in love.
What you said? That's when you're in love.
Them hair burns, that's when you in love.
Mm.
They ain't ready for it. Cause it's like to find that love, you gotta love that soul, man. It's just like you gotta keep
That's
Mhm.
the work that you gotta do. I promise you, when you do that work, like when you really center and get down to the nitty gritty, it's a difference between like pursuing women and you don't even know why you pursuing them. You just following your biology for real. But then when you really get in love with your soul, you get that alter ego, that other part of you that like is that love. And when you find that, it make everything just kind of just wash away. And you just kind of just be centered in the truth of life and chasing something, like acting like you gonna find it that way. So many dudes be crashing and burning. They be thinking it's money, it's good looks, it's height, it's cock size, and really it's your ability to do the spiritual work at a deep level to get somebody that you locked in with. Because anybody can get married and divorced and took to the motherfucking racetrack. You know what I mean? For everything. So it's like ain't no real solution that works, in my opinion, outside of hardcore ritual. And like I was listening to a pastor who was saying, like, yeah, people be like, relationships is the most important thing, but really, eternal life is the most important thing. And I'm like, I feel that. Like, Bishop tell me tomorrow, nigga, your breath stink. I hate you. I'm out. What I'm gonna do? Cry? You know what I'm saying? Roll into a ball, or I'm gonna continue doing my spiritual work. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I just, being a young man and like doing the work, because it's like I feel like it's so easy to get caught up and be in this place of like, oh yeah, I'm making this happen. That's the magic. This the shit, and it's like, really trying to slow down and really like see what's happening in my life and for myself, and really see how I can follow God all the way through my life and not just make it this period of looking cool, but a period of like growing and finding my future self, which is in the present moment. So, you know, of course, not a lot of people doing this with me, or of course, it's going to be different age brackets or different people or whatever. But it's just like as a man, learning a lot and going into community has been a real experience and a blessing for me, because it's like I'm realizing it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I wouldn't be here today if I try to be out here trying to do it all by myself. Like really diving in my community, learning people, learning skills, learning how to trade is really like helping me grow to understand like, okay, it's not about the guns and butter.
It's only one mind. So the hardest thing for any person, young or old, black or white, woman or man, is to imagine that it is me and I, this individual, in these multiple lifetimes, in this personal thing, because the human experience is so pervasive, it's so ubiquitous, it's so emotionally arousing that you're not even who you are. Even deeper, if you could just imagine 100 years from now, what's the truth of me and you is not gonna exist. It's not like it may be a remnant, it might be a YouTube video or some shit like that. I doubt it, right? But the only thing that is true about life is the moment now. Like that's the only thing you'll ever experience. And if you could always be connected and collected in the moment and understand that it's only one mind and you are to serve and observe that one mind, like rich person, poor person, fat person, black person, it's only one mind. Like the mind is all, like the Kabbalion, it lays it out in universal law, the first law is the mind is all and all is mind. So when you reflect upon yourself, not your thoughts, but the mind, you are unstoppable. But if it's like this personal quest, personal development thing, it gets kind of like confusing. And it's not confusing because it's never outside of the now. So whatever you're doing in the moment, make that shit, make it be something that's like shit. If you're doing something in the moment now, it should represent something in the future in some way, some shape. And if long as that's consistent, you'll live in them results 10 years from now, 20 years from now. And it wouldn't be no question. It would be like, I did this and I got that. I did this and I got that. Simple. A lot of motherfuckers though, they be waiting till the day. And once the day come, what is it going to be? Now. It's always going to be
It's,
now.
it's it's either day one or day to soon day later. What I can't even remember now, but it's either day one. So basically, start today and keep tracking, keep going, or it's day one or someday.
Mm-hmm.
So which one is gonna be? Because it's like some days, like but like day one is like, this is what's got going on right now. Tomorrow we doing this, and then this is what we building for the moment until we get to here. Like you can always start. I just feel like we just waste our time saying, I'm just waiting this for, till I get this. That's what I'm gonna be up.
No, my biggest flex or my biggest life hack is consistency. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. You don't gotta be great. Like it's really simple too. Because if you think about your best friend, he ain't the motherfucker that did something amazing. He the motherfucker that you can count on every day. So when you trying to like be consistent or be a business or be an influence, whatever you want to do, motherfuckers get it real confused when they post once every month. Like, yeah, I'm trying to grow this. Like, yeah, all right. If you don't post every day, if you're not consistent and like really, and it ain't like you gotta post good. You gotta like figure it out through your consistency. Because at the beginning, you're gonna suck ass, but you gotta have a mentality that say, while I'm sucking ass, like my cousin used to make beats, and them shits used to suck ass when he first started making beats. But in his mind, his shit was cold. And I ain't see him in like a few years. And so I seen him again like 3 years later. Man, his shit was raw. I was like, ugh, like you done got cold at this shit. But I realized like when he was making trash ass shit, his mentality never wavered. You know what I'm saying? So you feel like if you feel like you ass, embrace that shit, immerse yourself in that, and get better. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'll always say. Get better. You know what I'm saying? Watch videos, listen to yourself, critique yourself, refine that shit, and be consistent with sucking until you don't suck no more. And nothing more powerful in the hearts and minds of people of a person who sucked ass and then all of a sudden become a great success. Like that's like if you fat as hell and then you get lose weight, you just automatic like can go viral just off that alone. Cause motherfuckers love a ain't shit ass motherfucker that get their shit together. It's the American way. You know what I'm saying? Like so just fixate and focus on getting better and consistency. There's no way you can be stopped. You know what I'm saying? You can only stop yourself.
No, really, man, it's me versus me. It's you versus you.
Ashe, Ashe.
For real. Do we got anything else, gentlemen, that we wanted to share with the tribe?
Nah, we super late. Uh, just thank everybody for the space. I appreciate y'all brothers staying on late with the kid. This is my regular stomping hours, and I know y'all niggas is usually in bed, so I appreciate y'all for that.
My
It's all
eyes
love.
red as shit right now, boy. This shit
I
crazy.
mean, we've been chiefing the gas, dog. We've been up here speaking about ancient wisdom and mysticism and magic and messing with herbs.
Nah, but I do want to say, that 44 spins around this thing this time around, and what I take from all of it is, the simplest things in life are the best fucking things, bro. There's something so fulfilling about being able to come through for somebody. And there's something so much more fulfilling when you're able to come through for yourself. Far too much of time and energy is put into what I have or what another person has in comparison when, you know, two minds could put themselves together and actually get that thing for both of them. So it's crazy that we have an existence that keeps division at an all-time high. But what makes it worth it is knowing people like the brothers on this panel and the family that I chose to pick along the way, as opposed to the family that I was born to. Yeah, it's the simplest things that matter for me, honestly. Time, energy, reciprocation, frequency. Like, it's the simple shit that matters to me.
Touche. Well, family, thank you for joining and watching the show tonight. Again, go ahead, connect and resonate with the brothers. Fam, go ahead and say your Instagrams and your panels again for everybody so they can get up with you. Like Boss Man, D-Lo, they can get in with you.
Dark Sacred Serpent, Dark Sacred _Serpent. Initiates for the Flame, Substack, Initiates for the Flame, Instagram, Initiates for the Flame, TikTok. And don't forget to check out cultivate.com.co. Peace.
Type shit at The Hood Mystic, Kyrie at hoodmystic.com.
Peace, family. Cultivate.co. Go ahead, check out White Rabbit. Go ahead, get down to the link. Save yourself some money. Peace and love. Ashe.